At the beginning of 2025, the photography world was buzzing with excitement over what seemed like the imminent arrival of the Fujifilm X Pro4. Early rumors and leaks pointed toward a significant leap forward for the X Pro series, with many speculating that this fourth-generation model would mark Fujifilm's boldest step yet in combining heritage-inspired design with cutting-edge performance. The Fujifilm X Pro4 was said to be in development with some genuinely exciting upgrades under the hood, reigniting interest among longtime Fujifilm fans and professional photographers alike. But as the months rolled by with no official announcement or confirmed launch date, questions began to surface. Where is the Fujifilm X Pro4? Is the hype still justified, or are expectations slowly fizzling out? In this deep dive, we'll explore the rumored specs, expected improvements, and how the X Pro4 fits into Fujifilm's broader strategy in an increasingly competitive mirrorless market. Let's start with what's potentially the most compelling aspect of the Fujifilm X Pro4, its internal hardware. According to credible sources, this new model will be powered by Fujifilm's 40-megapixel APS-C X-Trans 5 BSI sensor, the same sensor found in popular recent models like the X-T5 and X-H2. This sensor has already proven its mettle in delivering exceptional detail, dynamic range, and color rendering, all while keeping image noise to a minimum even at higher ISO values. Accompanying this sensor will be the X-Processor 5, which is Fujifilm's latest image engine known for fast data handling, more advanced computational photography capabilities, and improved power efficiency. Video shooters will also find something to appreciate in the X Pro4. The camera is expected to offer 4K video recording at up to 60 frames per second, along with support for 10-bit internal recording. This level of performance would bring the X Pro4 more in line with hybrid shooters' needs, offering more versatility for content creators who alternate between stills and video. One of the most exciting upgrades, especially for handheld shooting, is the rumored addition of a 7-stop in-body image stabilization system. If true, this will be a game-changer for the X Pro line, which has traditionally lacked IBIS, forcing users to rely on stabilized lenses or tripods for steady shots. Beyond the technical specifications, Fujifilm seems to be paying attention to usability and ergonomics as well. The X Pro4 is expected to debut with a redesigned user interface, including an overhauled menu system that's more intuitive and user-friendly. In addition, its autofocus system is likely to receive a substantial upgrade, possibly matching the impressive subject detection and tracking features seen in the X-T5. With this, users of older X Pro models, especially those still clinging to the X Pro2 or X Pro3, may finally find enough reasons to make the jump. Still, this wouldn't be a Fujifilm release without some philosophical direction behind it. The company appears to be positioning the X Pro4 as more than just a powerful tool, they want it to feel like a premium experience. Insiders have suggested that Fujifilm is attempting to transform the X Pro line into something that could potentially compete with Leica's M-series cameras, an ambitious move that signals a pivot toward luxury aesthetics and build quality. This could include improvements like a higher-resolution hybrid optical/electronic viewfinder with increased magnification, refined dials and controls, and more premium materials across the body. In essence, Fujifilm may be aiming to create a mirrorless camera that doesn't just perform well but also feels exquisite to use. However, such aspirations come with challenges. One big hurdle lies in sensor design and how it integrates with viewfinder framing. Leica M-series cameras, while iconic, have long had limitations when it comes to composing with wide-angle lenses due to viewfinder constraints. Fujifilm may be trying to avoid those same issues with the X Pro4. The X Pro2's optical viewfinder with dual magnification was widely praised for its clever implementation, allowing photographers to see frame lines more clearly depending on the focal length. It's likely Fujifilm will revisit this idea, especially if they plan to keep the X Pro4 as a true hybrid rangefinder-style camera. The history of rangefinder-style viewfinders offers important context here. Leica, for example, made a notable misstep with the M6 when they added a 28mm frame line that became too small to be useful. In trying to accommodate more focal lengths, they compromised the accuracy and clarity of the 35mm frame, especially for users wearing glasses. Earlier models like the M2 and M4 already had the 35mm frame pushed to the edges of the viewfinder. Fujifilm has the opportunity to learn from this and improve on the user experience, possibly by bringing back the X Pro2's dual magnification system or enhancing it further. The idea is to offer clear, accurate framing without sacrificing the heritage feel that X Pro users love. Meanwhile, Fujifilm must also navigate the current state of the mirrorless camera market. When the first X Pro launched, it was a flagship model, Fujifilm's best offering in terms of image quality, build, and versatility. Even with the release of the X Pro 2, that prestige remained relatively intact. However, with the rise of the XT and XH series, the company's flagship tier has become more crowded. The XT5, XH2, and XH2S all offer exceptional performance across various use cases, sports, landscapes, video, and more. This puts the X Pro series in an unusual position. It is no longer the most powerful, nor the most versatile, nor the most affordable. Instead, it must now define itself as the most characterful and thoughtfully designed. The camera for purists, artists, and those who find joy in the tactile aspects of photography. Interestingly, despite the X Pro 3's polarizing design choices, like its hidden LCD screen and minimalist styling, it has built a cult following. Used prices for the X Pro 2 and X Pro 3 have held up surprisingly well, a sign that there is still strong demand for this form factor and philosophy. This continued interest may be enough to justify the development of the X Pro 4, even if it arrives in a limited production run or at a higher price point. In fact, one reason for the X Pro 4's delay might be tied to sensor technology. In 2022, Fujifilm introduced a wide range of new sensors, from high megapixel unstacked ones to low megapixel stacked sensors. It's possible that the X Pro 4 needs a sensor that hasn't been mass-produced yet, or one that requires new components that are still under development. Fujifilm may be taking extra time to ensure that the X Pro 4 feels like a genuine evolution rather than just a recycled spec sheet wrapped in a vintage-looking body. As for a release date, nothing is confirmed. Optimistic insiders believe the X Pro 4 would arrive in the first quarter of 2024, but that timeline has clearly slipped. Some are now eyeing the holiday season of 2025 as a more realistic launch window, possibly aligning it with other product announcements or major photography events. While the lack of updates has been frustrating for fans, it might actually be a good sign. It could mean Fujifilm is carefully refining the X Pro 4, making sure it delivers on every level, from image quality and performance to user experience and design. Ultimately, the Fujifilm X Pro 4 has a lot riding on its shoulders. It needs to appeal to loyal X Pro users, entice new photographers looking for something different, and justify its place in Fujifilm's increasingly diverse product lineup. If the rumored specs hold true and the company manages to strike the right balance between nostalgia and innovation, the X Pro 4 could end up being one of the most iconic cameras of this generation. For now, we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's clear, despite the radio silence, the Fujifilm X Pro 4 hasn't been forgotten. Its absence may actually be building anticipation, and if done right, its arrival could reignite a passion for rangefinder-style photography in the digital age. Until then, we'll keep watching, speculating, and hoping that Fujifilm delivers something truly special.